Hello students, good morning to all. Myself Dr. Nazim Ahmed. In this video, I am going to discuss about optical isomerisms of allene. Optical isomerisms of allenes. In the previous class, we discussed about in the two classes we discussed about introduction to stereochemistry, basic definitions and various examples, classification, what is optical isomerisms and optical isomerisms. Now, what is chiral, achiral, all these things were discussed in the previous lectures. Now, the followed by stereochemistry of the unit 1 is optical isomerisms of allenes. Allenes belongs to a class of compound called cumelenes. Allenes belongs to a class of compound called cumelenes, which contains adjacent double bond. Which contains adjacent double bond. Is it not? So cumelenes are nothing but allenes belongs to a class of compound called cumelenes, which contains adjacent double bond. In general, what happened in allene, the central carbon atom is sp hybridized. Now before that, I will going to draw the allenes so that you will get a clear idea. You do one thing, you will also draw side by side so that you will get a clear idea. Okay, so carbon, another carbon, CCC. Now here one lobe, here one lobe. Okay, here also draw one lobe, here also draw another lobe, and this is the general structure of allenes. A, B, this is said to be C, this is said to be D. Okay, now these two are the SP. Okay, and these two are the overlap, and this to be overlap, and this to be overlap. So this is said to be, this is the SP, and this is said to be the sp2 hybridization. Now followed by similar diagram, I can draw here also like that. It is A, B, this is C, this is D. So what will happen? It looks like that. Okay. A and the another carbon to this D. Now remember, just now I told you in allene the central carbon is sp. The central carbon is sp, hybridized, and bonded the two adjacent sp2, bonded with the two adjacent sp2 hybridized carbon atoms by two sigma bonds, the central sp carbon atom, the center sp carbon atom thus contains two orthogonal atomic p orbitals, each of which can overlap with a p orbital of the adjacent sp2 carbon atom, sp2 carbon atom, thus forcing the remaining bonds of the sp2 carbon atoms into perpendicular plane, is it not? This is perpendicular to the plane. This is plane, this is perpendicular, this is plane, perpendicular. If you want, you can write it here, into the perpendicular planes, perpendicular planes. Suitably, the substituent allenes are optically active. Remember, allenes are important point, please to be note that optically active. Okay, optically active. The necessary condition of chirality of allene is neither end of the molecules can have plane of symmetry, can have the plane of symmetry. Okay, I repeat once again, allenes are nothing but a class of compounds called cumulines, which are contain adjacent double bonds. Okay, so this is the thing about allenes. Next we pass on to the point of optical activity. Allenes into three categories. The first one is type 1. First one is both ends symmetrical. Both ends are symmetrical. That means C double bond C double bond C. Yes, hydrogen. Here you have another hydrogen. Here you have CH3, CH3. Achiral and optical inactive. So this is achiral and optically inactive, is it not? So this is the type 1. This is the type 1. Next we pass on to type 2. In the case of type 2, one of the end is symmetrical. In the first case, what happened? Both ends are symmetrical. Both the ends are symmetrical. Here also hydrogen, here also hydrogen. Here you have CH3, here also you have CH3. So both ends are symmetrical, that is chiral and optically inactive. Next you pass on to the type 2. Second type, one of the ends is symmetrical. One of the ends is symmetrical. Okay, one of the end is symmetrical, that is carbon, double bond, carbon. Now you have hydrogen, hydrogen. Here you have hydrogen, whereas here you have this CH3. That is, one of the end is symmetrical. One of the end is symmetrical. Okay, so that achiral and optically inactive. This is also achiral and optically inactive. Understand? Now we pass on to the type 3. Type 3, it shows that neither end is symmetrical. Neither end is symmetrical. Understand? So that is C double bond C double bond C. You have here hydrogen, you have here CH3, then you have here CH3, then here you have hydrogen. Neither end is symmetrical. Neither end is symmetrical. So what will happen here? Once again, it is C double bond C double bond C. So as such, this hydrogen, then this CH3, then you have CH3, then you have hydrogen, chiral and optically active. This is chiral and optically active. Totally we saw 3 cases regarding to allenes. The first one is both the ends are symmetrical. Is it not? Both the ends are symmetrical. Both the ends are symmetrical. The first case. Whereas in the second case, one of the end is symmetrical. Whereas in the third case, neither end is symmetrical. Neither end is symmetrical. So it is chiral and optically active. So these cases are completely different from cis-trans isomerism of compounds with one double bond. Understand? This case is entirely different from cis or trans. It is not like that. It is not like that. Remember. In later cases, the 4 group lie in one plane, and isomerisms are not enantiomers. and neither is chiral, where in allenes the 4 group is lie in 2 perpendicular planes and the isomers are a pair of enantiomers. Understand? So that's all about this what we call as allenes. Next we pass on to the biphenyls. Optical isomerisms of biphenyls. Optical isomerisms of biphenyls. Biphenyls is represented by the structure in which two phenyl rings are joined by single bonded in their para positions, that is sp2 called pivotal bond. Biphenyls. Biphenyls is represented by the structure in which two phenyl rings are joined together by a single bond in their para positions sp2 called pivotal bond. The distance between the ortho hydrogen in adjacent rings, that is 2 comma 2 dash and 6 comma 6 dash in the plane conformation. Now in the case of with respect to each other by angle of 45 degree due to steric interaction between 2 comma 2 and 6 comma 6 pairs of hydrogens. Now the biphenyls can be chiral only when the following in two conditions are satisfied. Biphenyls are can be chiral if satisfied the two conditions. One is the ortho substituent. First one is ortho substituents. The another one is para position cannot cause lack of symmetry. The first one is the ortho substituents must be large. The two ring forms becoming coplanar. Coplanar. Whereas here in the second case neither can have plane of symmetry. Neither plane of symmetry. Whereas in the first case the ortho substituents must be, that is enough to prevent two rings from becoming the coplanar, so it becomes a plane of symmetry. Whereas here neither plane of symmetry. Now here also we pass on to the various types so that we get clear idea. In the case of type 1, both rings are symmetrical. Both rings are symmetrical. Both rings are symmetrical. How? Let it be, draw the first NO2 COOH, COOH. A chiral and optical in both rings are symmetrical. Here also NO2, here also NO2, here also COH, here also. Both are symmetrical. So it is a chiral and a optically inactive. A chiral and optically inactive. Optically inactive. Whereas in the second case, one of the ring is symmetrical. One of the ring is symmetrical. One of the ring is symmetrical. That means you draw the ring first. You have here another the same thing, COOH, COOH, NO2. Here you have the difference is Cl. Okay. So one of the ring is symmetrical. One of the ring is symmetrical. So what will happen here also? A chiral and optically inactive. A chiral and optically inactive. Understand? Optically inactive. Whereas in the third case, neither ring is symmetrical. Neither ring is symmetrical. Type 3. Neither ring is symmetrical. Neither ring is symmetrical. So draw the first two rings. COOH, COOH. Then you have here NO2, NO2. Here you have NO2, NO2. Then you have here COOH. Then here you have COOH. So what will happen finally? It is chiral and optically active. Optically active. Okay. In the first case, the molecules have two planes of symmetry. If plane is drawn contain all atoms and groups of neither ring, it becomes a symmetrical bisector of the ring. Such molecules are called achiral and optically inactive. Optically inactive. Whereas in the second case, the plane containing the nitro groups becomes the plane of symmetry of the ring containing COOH groups. However, one plane of symmetry is sufficient to make the molecule is achiral, and it is so. Is it not? In second case, what will happen? The plane containing the nitro groups becomes the plane of symmetry. The plane of symmetry of other ring contains COH group. However, one plane is sufficient to make the molecule achiral, and it is so. Whereas in the third case, neither ring has a plane of symmetry and the molecule is chiral. Many such compounds have been resolved. It is important to note that if either a ring has a plane of symmetry, the molecule is a chiral substituent in para position, it cannot cause lack of symmetry. So in this today's lecture, we discuss the two important stereoisomerisms of one is the allenes and another is the biphenyls, and we saw the three cases. The first case is both ends are symmetrical, which is achiral and optically inactive. The second case, one of the ring is symmetrical, that also optically inactive and achiral. The third ring or the third end, neither end is symmetrical, so it is chiral and optically active, and moreover this is not like a cis and trans. With that I conclude this lecture. We will discuss the remaining things in the next class. This spiro compounds, understand, spiro compounds and ANSA compounds in the next class. So please go through it. If you have any doubt, please call me without any hesitation, or you come to the department, take the books, as well as we have department library as well as college libraries are open for you. Whenever you time permit, get the copy, make note of it, or take the xerox from which you make the note in your own handwriting, so that it will be very highly useful for your examination point. So with that I conclude today's two topics. Thank you one and all. Thank you.